Welcome to our webinar, How to Buy an Appliance for Black Friday, or could have been called How to Buy, Should You Buy, Can You Buy an Appliance for Black Friday? Uh, all are applicable, and those questions will all be answered here because you're going to get a little bit of both this one. So let's just review what Black Friday was, right? In 2019, or even from 2010 to 2019, you waited and saved 10 to 35% for holiday. And my recommendations back then were wait to a holiday if you can. And it's not just Black Friday. Black Friday is probably the most publicized, but then you get President's Day, July 4th, for people in Massachusetts, tax holiday and Labor Day kind of congeal into one big holiday. And then you have Veterans Day and Columbus Day. So in the appliance business, pre-2019 was very consistent. Wait for a holiday if you could. Hard to do if you're out of a washer in the middle of January, but if you can, you'll save. But then 2020 happened, and you bought previously because you had to, because there's so many supply issues. I remember people waiting. Story in El Paso, Texas, about a woman looking for a French door ended up side by side after 6 months. So in 2020, you bought what you could. 2021, it was well advertised, well promoted. We didn't promote. But you waited until Black Friday and were disappointed because there was no supply. People waited 6-7 months. In 2022, all the above do apply. I mean, there's some good deals out there if you know where to look, and we're going to show you. Because Black Friday this year is going to be about, I want to tell you when it starts. I'm going to talk about the supply chain issues, brands that are not participating. We're going to talk about the different products and different categories that you may want to look at, and then some key takeaways. And I added one slide about lithium, if you can believe it. So let's get started. So when do Black Friday promotions actually start? And the answer is they already have. And I want to tell you that you're not going to get any better promotions on the day after Thanksgiving or Cyber Monday or Small Business Saturday or whatever they call it these days than you are today. So if you're thinking about an appliance, sooner would be better, because we still have, in certain areas, ongoing supply problems. Some of these have been mitigated. You're not having the overwhelming demand you did in the last 2 years. We talk a little bit about that. Container issues aren't as much. Port issues aren't as much. However, chip issues, parts issues are as bad as they've ever been. Trucker issues are still a problem, and so are warehousing. So we're not completely out of the woods yet, but we don't have the crushing demand making everything worse. So, however, the sweet spot for this Black Friday is the oversupply versus the less demand in certain areas. If you know where to look, you can get yourself a pretty good deal. Not on all the places, right? Like here, for luxury brands, to give you an idea how bad it still is in this segment, we gave Bosch an order for dishwashers 2 months ago for 1,000 dishwashers. The quote time on that was a year. We're going on a 1-year anniversary with Miele of not being able to buy a dishwasher for 1 year. Sub-Zero, Thermador, Wolf, they still have problems. Again, however, the way you're going to buy a luxury brand, if you're still in the market, is to buy it before the project starts, so you'll have it a year later when you really need your kitchen. At the same time, you want to take advantage of the promotions that are available, which is interesting that they're still promoting when they don't have product. But Thermador has their 1 2 free, which is a free dishwasher with a pro range or wall oven cooktop, and then you get a free hood if you buy a refrigerator. Monogram has a $3,000 rebate with qualifying products. Miele may have, has had in the past 10% off deals. I haven't seen those for a couple of years, but they may come back in the near future. Then we talk about the affordable luxury brands that aren't promoting, probably because they don't have inventory. The Beckos that have done very well. Cafe is very popular. Some of the Whirlpool lines are popular, with KitchenAid being one of them. LG in the studio lines, it's not promoting either. Which leaves us with these three: Samsung, LG, and GE. Now, there are only three, But if you had to combine, they're probably, I would say, over 50% of the commodity, less expensive to affordable luxury appliances sold in the United States. So it's three good companies to consider. And they have products that are certainly worth buying. You're not getting the selection. It's not like in 2019 when there's just blanket 10 to 35% off. So you need to know where to look. And this is a good place right here. This is one of their most popular washers and dryers. We're selling both in the pandemic at $9.19 each. Now you can buy them at around $13.99, right? So it's not a bad deal. They're much publicized washer dryer. Their combined their wash tower was $23.99. Now it's $16.99. It's got controls at the front. It's got artificial intelligence that does the how it agitates, what temperature, remembers your last program. It's a very sophisticated machine, and the controls are in the middle versus buying two pieces washer, the dryer. You have to reach up for the top. Then you have GE's automatic dispenser top of line piece that was about $10.99 each. It's now $18.99 for the set. It's not a bad deal, right? Then we look at just your basic convection stove with two power burners. It's not $1,000 anymore. It's $7.99. It's a good piece. Convection, more even heat for better baking, certainly. And then you can buy it with a griddle if you want to buy the profile pieces with two power burners, convection, and the griddle in the middle at $9.49 or $8.99. For refrigerators, getting counter depth at $1,400, savings of about $400. And then you get a 27 cubic foot French door at $15.99. Or if you want a 30 cubic foot refrigerator, it's an $800 savings at $31.99. That's a great fridge. It's got the door and door. It's got the craft ice cubes. It's got crushed and regular cubes as well. It has the twin cooling double evaporator to keep it more even cool. It's got the when you open the door, it's got a vent on the top that blows cold air down so the temperature doesn't change. It's a pretty sophisticated appliance. It's $31.99. It's the biggest you can buy. I can only find two dishwashers that were worthwhile, but they're two of the best we sell. This is the most reliable single product we sell. It's an LG dishwasher. It only needs repair 1.87% of the time in the first year. They use steam. They have a steam generator in the front. Really works. My neighbor has one, and yesterday for this webinar, I baked on a pot, and the steam got, I would say most of it, and I was able to just wash the rest of it off pretty easily, something I couldn't do in my own dishwasher. So decent price, $7.99, 44 decibels. And then the really popular profile piece is $9.99. That's got the bottle washes on the top rack. So if you have a baby bottle or you drink a lot of, you have a sports bottle with the protein residue at the bottom, that washes up pretty good. It's got a silverware basket with 40 specialized jets, so the caked on silverware will be cleaned properly. And it's 42 decibels with a grinder. It's the only one that is quiet enough to put in a dishwasher in an open kitchen. You won't hear it, and it's got a grinder. You don't have to clean a filter every time you use it. So what's next? Sorry about that. Luxury appliances won't be sorted out until late 2024 at the earliest. Hopelessly backordered appliances will still be a problem, so order them before you need them. In 2023, will be returned by Black Friday. 2023 will go back to 2019 levels because the demand, quite honestly, isn't there. Now, there's one product item you should be aware of. There'll be price increases, blanket on any electric top or induction top ranges. Significant too, of 5 to 8%. The reason is there's a worldwide shortage of lithium. Lithium is used in batteries, specifically now car batteries. Elon Musk was quoted saying they may go into the mining business to get lithium for themselves. And lithium is in those glass tops. So if you want an induction range or a glass top range, buy it before December 20th because it'll certainly be a lot more expensive. So with that in mind, should you buy on Black Friday? Don't wait. If you're in the market, obviously, don't wait until Black Friday. The discounts are going to be good. Selection, however, is not what it used to be. Look at these three lines, G and LG that we sell. Samsung, we don't. They've gone to more of a box store brand. And premium's still a mess. So buy it before you need it. But next year, 2023, other than induction electric tops, will be returned in 2019. So wait if you can. With that, I will send it over to Shannon.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and we will get back to you guys with a response in the next 24 hours. We appreciate it. Have a great holiday, everyone.